Before we try to create a majority to address scarcity killings, we should understand what changes we are asking which people to make. Let's distinguish between the challenge of changing a person's beliefs and the challenge of changing a person's behavior. It's easier for a northerner without slaves to change her beliefs on slavery and thus pass a law or create a consensus that no one can have slaves than it is to convince a southern slave owner to change his behavior and free his slaves. Thus, if we're going to use rapid population decline to stop the killings, we have to understand that it is a difficult and exhausting task to convince an endless stream of newlyweds that the act of having children kills. Stopping the killing is more easily accomplished if each couple just follows the new consensus or obeys the new law. So our candidates for belief change are not newlyweds. They are the parents and grandparents who don't want to be killers, and they don't want their kids killed, and their reproductive agenda is behind them. The task is to get them to see the earth has too many people. Bad things are happening. Worse things will happen. And to avoid them, we have to implement rapid population decline. This requires a fixed number of global births. And once they get this new view, it is not their job to preach to their grandchildren. Instead, it is their job to create a social consensus or a civil law that implements that number of children. In summary, overpopulation makes each of us responsible for killing. Stopping the killing requires convincing 2 to 3 billion parents and grandparents that they should intervene into everyone's reproductive decisions. Our task today is to create the stories that change the beliefs of grandparents, stories that help them adopt the new belief that because there are too many people for the available resources, we are all unintentionally killing one another. With their range of starting beliefs, there will have to be many different stories. This video series tells these stories.